Hello, I am Marty Connell along with Chaz Marler. Welcome back to the best #1 rated live streaming content from Dice Tower Convention. Wow. And do you know why it's the #1 rated?
No.
It's the only one.
Wow, we're #1 in 2 categories. That's amazing.
But we're also rated the worst.
Oh, well, it comes with the territory.
It does.
Yes. So, Mr. Connelson, what do we have in store today?
We got to fix that graphic at the bottom of the description on YouTube where it says my last name is Connelson.
Yes.
That is not correct.
No.
You can look on the bottom lower third of the screen and see there's no S-O-N at the end. Somebody's playing a mean trick on me, Chaz.
My world and welcome to it. So Marty, what's the big news of the last 12 hours since we've been on the stream?
I got some good sleep.
Well, were there any, big annual events that happened within the last 12
There
hours?
was a big rugby tournament last night.
Was there? Really? Did Hartford win? Did they even score? Did they place? They didn't place, did they?
They didn't.
All right. Any non-Hartford news that might be in there?
Last night we did have the Dice Tower Awards.
No, that's not what I'm thinking of.
Okay.
No, it's the Dice Tower Awards, the annual awards for the. I had an idea about this as we were getting set up. Now, you wanted, I believe, to go over a few of them, and you had a list of the categories and the winners from last night.
I do.
Let's go. So why don't you cherry pick a few of the categories, and just real quick, I'll see if I can guess who won, and then we can discuss them if you want.
Okay.
Or we can just talk about them, or we can go back to Hartford too. If you want. That's not the plan.
Rugby's always good to talk about. And people may be wondering, where are the other big people that they usually see on Dice Tower? If you're joining the live stream for the first time, you're probably used to seeing maybe Tom,
Basil,
Sam, Z,
Eric Summerer.
But they're not here for this.
No, they're gone. You know where they are? You know where they are? I found them.
Yes.
They're usually out there in that crowd of people playing games, because Dice Tower Con is the one con where the Dice Tower crew gets to actually have a vacation and enjoy their own convention.
That's right.
It's pretty cool.
So during the day, they're out there playing games and hanging out with people, but then at night, they come back and they do some live content. For example, like the Dice Tower Awards that were presented last night.
They're like board game streaming vampires. They come out at night and do all their streaming then. Okay. I'm getting the disembodied voice reminding me it's time to move on. Hey, while you're getting the list there too, remind me too, after we talk about those winners, we will also want to talk about our winners from the hashtag contest that we had running yesterday.
That's correct. And how does that work?
Well, that works thusly.
Okay.
We have up here in the corner of your screen a little hashtag that we're using all week, DTCQA, and what we want you to do, oh viewer, is we want you to use that hashtag on Twitter to tweet us a question about, or statement, or anything about you, me, the convention, Dice Tower in general, life in general, Hartford standings and the rugby finals, whatever you want. Use that hashtag, and every day we are choosing some just randomly selected winners that have tweeted using that hashtag, and they win a $25 gift certificate from Cool Stuff Inc. We have 2 winners we picked yesterday, and we'll be announcing those winners after we talk about these winners.
So, it's like I said, it's a big annual award that Dice Tower does, and this is one of those things that, the nominations start earlier in the year, and I'm honored to be one of those people that's actually on the board that gets to vote and nominate and vote for the winners. So, earlier in the year, Tom sends out all the categories and says, please list your nominations, and from those nominations, they're whittled down to a list, and then that list is sent out again.
Whittled down like so many little sticks,
like
a hobby you'll enjoy.
Whittling on the, do you whittle in the Pacific Northwest?
Oh, I go out on my porch, I whittle. It's a great hobby, activity many people do. And
I make like whistles and stuff?
Yeah. I can't imagine anyone who doesn't whittle or wouldn't be familiar with what whittling is. So, we whittle.
So we send out the list to everybody, and then they're voted on, and then they are announced, the final winners are announced here at Dice Tower Con each year.
Yes.
So, for example, we'll just start up here at the top of the list.
Okay.
You're going to see a pattern. I'm just going to say that. Now, I don't think there's any surprise here to some of these. So, best small publisher. The nominees were They don't list them by publisher. They list them by game. Okay.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Sure.
So best game from a small publisher. How about that?
Best game from a small publisher.
Sagrada,
Sagrada.
Century Spice Road, Azul, Seventh Continent, Gloomhaven.
Oh, I think I discovered the pattern, sir. By any chance, could it be Gloomhaven?
Yeah. So that will not be the last time we say that name here today. I mean, that game has been winning tons of awards since it came out. It's amazing. We were talking about you and I were talking about this offline yesterday about how Kickstarters. There's tons of them that come and go, right?
Yeah.
And every once in a while, one will catch fire. And here was this person who's never designed a game.
I know.
Just self-publishing a game, putting it out there on Kickstarter, and it just takes off like wildfire and just totally changes the landscape of gaming with how popular it's been over the past year.
Yeah, zoomed right up to #1, and it's staying there. So it's not like some fad that everyone got excited about and then lost interest in. It retained their interest.
Yep.
It's one of the things, the story you just told about how this game came to be is one of the things I love about this industry. It's just that someone can come up, have a great idea, go get funded, make it, and boom, they're in, and they change gaming for so many people. It's great.
And that person's Isaac Childress, who was the designer of the game. So so let's move on.
Okay.
Best new design. Oh, go ahead.
I'll just move on to the next category that Gloomhaven probably won. So,
Best new designer. Oh, okay, here we go. The nominees were Too Many Bones, Spirit Island, Photosynthesis, Dragon Castle, and Gloomhaven.
okay. Now, Spirit Island, I know, has gotten a lot of positive reception, and Spirit Island has gone it's sold out of its print runs multiple times. But you know what? Just for the sake of a trend here, I'm going to go with Isaac Childress for Gloomhaven.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
I will say, it's funny that Gloomhaven so overshadows so many of these other games that I feel like some of these other games are getting lost. I know Too Many Bones is one of those games that was very popular. And
a lot of buzz
people
about that.
And if I go back to the previous small publisher game, each one of those people really enjoyed. And Seventh Continent was one of those games that also came out of nowhere.
Oh, yes.
And got a lot of buzz and people enjoy it. I have that game. I love that game. And it's just one of those things that Gloomhaven came out of time just kind of just overshadows everybody.
Yeah.
It's like coming out having a movie coming out the same year The Godfather came out.
Exactly. What else came out in '77 along with Star Wars? Who knows? But Seventh Continent. I can't even wrap my head around the amount of work that must have gone into designing that game.
Mm-hmm. So
amazing.
Crazy. All right, best production value.
Okay.
Wasteland Express Delivery Service.
Oh, that is good.
Twilight Imperium, Charterstone, Azul, Photosynthesis.
Okay, Photosynthesis does have those neat little tree standees, but there's cardboard and everything. Azul has neat tiles and such, but it's just an abstract strategy game. There is the giant version of it that's like sitting right over there that's coming out, that has the bigger neoprene mats and bigger tiles, but still just tiles. My personal favorite on that list is the one I'm going to go with in terms of components. I'm going to have to go with Wasteland Express Delivery Service, not only because of all the little plastic bits and stuff, but even the storage inserts that were included in that game were super well designed. And I think they were Zen Bins inserts that they made, and they just snap in. So even the storage for that thing is a thing of beauty. So that's my pick.
Okay, thing about these, it's like all these could have won because they're all tops in their category.
Yes.
The winner for this one was actually Photosynthesis.
Was it?
Yes, it was
cool.
Photosynthesis. Yes. So, but anyway, if you're nominated on this list, then you deserve to win that category, in my opinion.
Agreed.
Best game expansion: The Wind Gambit, Champions of Midgard Valhalla. Scythe: The Wind Gambit, Champions of Midgard Valhalla, Star Wars Rebellion: Rise of the Empire, Terraforming Mars, Venus Next, and Zia, Embers of a Forsaken Star.
Ooh. Now, Embers of a Forsaken Star is my personal pick for Zaya. I love Zaya. It's one of my top 10 probably. I just love the sandbox mode and everything you can do with that game. And I think though, just from the amount that I see it mentioned, Terraforming Mars, one that's on the list. That game, 2 years old now at least, and it still is going strong. So I'm gonna have to go with the Terraforming Mars expansion.
Again, if I had, I would have gone with that one too, just because of how popular Terraforming Mars is. It's actually
cool.
Star Wars Rebellion: Rise of the Empire.
See, I didn't pick that one because I don't know how to play Star Wars
I know.
Rebellion.
Nobody can. I wish somebody teach us how to play.
I know. All right.
But like you, I would have actually either said Terraforming Mars or Scythe.
Scythe was a close contender. The only reason I didn't pick Scythe is because there's 3 expansions for it, and so I'm thinking that though they may have actually diluted it. If there was only 1 expansion for Scythe, that probably would have taken it. But since there's 3, kind of whittled it down a little bit.
Best artwork.
Okay.
Lisboa. I hate it when I see a word, and I know I'm going to pronounce it incorrectly, so I'm going to come back to it. Century Golem Edition, Charterstone, Near and Far. Is it Yamatai? Yamatai?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. I'm sorry, what was the category for this?
Best artwork, Century Golem Edition, Charterstone, Near and Far, Lisboa, Yamatai.
Ooh,
Best
wow.
artwork.
Wow, there's such different art styles. I mean, Charterstone has that really almost children's storybook art look to it. And read me off the others real quick.
Sure. Near and Far.
Near and Far, I mean, that's Ryan Lockett, who has a very distinct art style, and does have a wide range, but he still has a Ryan Lockett look.
Century Golem Edition.
That one is very pretty.
Lisboa.
Lisboa. Now, Lisboa, I've only seen the box and saw a couple of screenshots. I haven't actually played Lisboa, but has that almost abstract, to me, a little bit of a Renaissance meets Picasso almost look to the box in a way. Okay.
And Yamatai.
Yamatai.
Very colorful.
I'm thinking Yamatai might have taken it, but I'm gonna go towards Lisboa just because it has that little bit of that classic look almost. So,
That's who I voted for.
Okay.
But that's not who won.
Who is it?
Near and Far.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so the unique art
All
style of Ryan Lockett won.
That has merit.
Again, they're all fantastic.
Oh, yeah. But Ryan Lockett, his art, that definitely has merit to it. I can appreciate that very much.
Most innovative game.
Okay.
Most innovative game. Drop Mix.
Okay.
You drop the cards in there.
You got the little soundboard. Plays music.
Fog of Love.
All right.
2-player game.
Uh-huh.
Gloomhaven. Seventh Continent. Charterstone.
Okay, well, Charterstone is a legacy system, which was a neat twist on it, but it is something we've seen before now, which is great. I love living in a world where there's multiple legacy games to choose from. Then Fog of Love with the role-playing aspect to it and everything.
Have you played that one?
I haven't played it, no.
I have. It's interesting. It was one of those things. Like I felt like you're not supposed to role play as yourself, but end up role playing as myself. But that's not what you're supposed to do.
Would you call it innovative?
Yes.
Would you call it the most innovative?
I will say I didn't vote for it.
Okay. And at this point, I have forgotten most of the others except
most innovative. Charterstone, Drop Mix.
Yeah.
Fog of Love, Gloomhaven, Seventh Continent.
Seventh Continent might be the one, but I actually, Drop Mix was something I'd never seen before with the RFID cards.
Right.
So I'm going with Drop Mix. That'd be my pick.
You should have gone with your other one.
With Seventh Continent?
Seventh Continent.
I am,
So this is one that Gloomhaven didn't win this.
Don't worry,
category.
I'm sure it will be back.
No, I'm sure it will. No, I just it didn't run the board.
Okay, good. Yeah, okay.
But that's good. Like we mentioned earlier, Seventh Continent kind of got overshadowed, so I'm glad it got some recognition here.
Absolutely,
as
absolutely. Yeah, because it is a system. Like I said, I can't believe the amount of work that went into it, and it is a system unlike anything we've ever.
And it's
really
just
seen.
cards.
Yeah, a whole thing.
It's just cards. You build the map with cards. Everything has to do with cards.
Have you seen the? You know how on board games they have the suggested amount of time a game takes.
Yes.
Do you know what Seventh Continents is?
What is it? Well, is it based on just playing one session?
I don't know, but it says recommended playtime or estimated playtime 1 to 1,600 hours.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. And that's one of the things that you kind of got to get over, because once you go in, you're time-wise, you are super invested in it.
Yes.
Because it takes a long time. But the nice thing is, it has this system where you can save the state of the game and pick up where you left off.
That, it's very nice.
So.
And I believe that they are doing a backer kit or whatever it's called on Kickstarter, where they actually have a limited amount of their next print run that's going to be available for people who haven't got it yet.
Nice. Okay, best 2-player game.
All right.
All right, here we go. Fog of Love. Obviously.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
The Fox in the Forest.
Ooh. Okay.
Santorini. Caverna Cave versus Cave.
Okay.
Codenames Duet.
Oh man, those are all so good.
Those are good.
Oh, man.
Every single I have played all but one of those.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I haven't played Fog of Love, and I haven't played Cave versus Cave, but I have almost purchased Cave versus Cave like 10 times.
You should purchase it.
Okay.
If you think maybe somebody like you and your wife would play it, my wife enjoys things like Fields of Yarrow.
Okay.
And so this like really scaled down version, about the same design and
I
everything.
bought Fields of Yarrow specifically to play with her, but it's so massive it never hits the table.
Yep.
So okay. Anyway, Santorini is one of my personal favorites. I love Santorini very much. It has a great table presence. It's simple, but still has that almost a chess-like feel to it. Sometimes I love Santorini. I don't think it was able to pull it off. Maybe Fox in the Forest. I got a copy of Fox in the Forest at Origins 2 weeks ago. I finally got my copy, not because I didn't want it. I wanted it. It has always been sold out at every convention. Everyone. It took a year for that game to be available enough for me to get a copy. Played it with my wife and my daughter just since Origins. They both love it too. So, but it's older. It's been in a year now that's out. And so the other one that I haven't mentioned yet.
Codenames Duet.
Codenames Duet is good, but I don't think I got the hype. But it is Codenames, which is a really strong title.
It's only a 30-minute segment, dude.
Okay, I'm going to go with Codenames Duet.
Should have gone with Santorini.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Sweet!
Actually, my vote was Codenames Duet.
Okay.
I've played a lot of Codenames Duet over the past year.
I should listen to my heart instead of my head.
That's right. And it should have done about 5 minutes ago. Okay, best game reprints.
Okay.
Nemo's War, Stop Thief, Twilight Imperium 4, Downforce, Colosseum. And I will say, the game that I voted for won this one.
Can you read those again?
Nemo's War, Stop Thief, Twilight Imperium 4, Downforce, Colosseum.
I think because of Ian O'Toole's artwork and how great the single-player experience can be, I'm going to go with Nemo's War. He said with brevity.
I voted for Downforce.
Real Downforce took it?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought Downforce would be a little too, accessible, mainstream. I can't think of the right word, but a little too much. No, that's great.
Yeah, no, here's the thing. All those are really good.
Yes.
The Colosseum got the upgrade. Nemo's War I've never played, but I've heard wonderful things about it.
I have
one of those
too,
things
yes,
I have not had a chance to play. Stop Thief, also from Restoration Games.
Yep.
Reintroducing that using an app instead of the old electronic device.
Uh-huh.
And then Twilight Imperium 4 was a beast.
Yes.
It came out last year at Gen Con. People were excited about it. So all those are worthy of it. So, but yes, Downforce was the winner in that one. Best party game. Rhino Superhero Battle. We had a line feed there.
Okay.
Werewords, Word Slam, and Magic Maze.
Werewords. It's got to be Werewords.
If you've ever played Magic Maze, you'll get it.
Oh, I thought you were having an episode. I'm sorry. Okay. Woo! Whew! Dodged a bullet there. All right.
Marty's having a seizure.
It's got to be Werewords.
No, it doesn't.
Oh no! It's Magic Maze?
It's Magic Maze.
Oh, no. Oh, it won. That means it's inevitable that I'm going to have to play it again and have.
So I bought that game and it took it home to the family. It did not go over well. I was playing with my wife and she said, "If you tap that thing one more time," so eventually it was just like, I just put it in front of her, and I just kept pointing at it. you haven't played, it's one of those things where it's a co-op game, but you can't talk to anybody else. And the goal is you're thieves inside of a mall, I guess.
Trying to
get your stuff and get out. So each of you can only move a certain way in the maze.
Like I can only move people north.
But you don't control just one person. You
control everybody.
Anybody can be moved. It's just that you can only control moving left or right, up or down, etc.
Yeah.
So when somebody's blocking you, you need them to move, there's a little wooden token you put in front of them to indicate, hey, look at the board closely, I need you to do something for me. And when they don't, people get impatient and start tapping it on the table very annoyingly. Or just throwing it away. Best family game.
Okay.
Century Spice Road, Downforce, Sagrada, Azul, Barren Park.
Yikes.
First mention of Barren Park today.
Yikes. I'm going to have to go with either, read one more time.
Sure. Century Spice Road, Downforce, Sagrada, Azul, Barren Park.
Ooh, I'm thinking Sagrada or Azul. And based on how long I've seen Azul sticking around on the top charts of discussions and stuff, I'm going to go with Azul.
The game that I voted for won, and that was Azul.
Ah, there we go. You almost tricked me there. All right.
Best cooperative game, Flip Ships, Pandemic Legacy Season,
Okay.
Spirit Island, Gloomhaven, Seventh Continent.
Oh, yay. Boy, you know, I think best co-op, huh?
Yes.
You know, Pandemic Legacy Season 2, I really like, but it hasn't had the itch for my game group to bring it out as often as Season 1 did. So I think while Pandemic Season 2 is an amazing, fantastic game, I don't think it has had the impact that the first one did. So I'm gonna have to give it a toss-up between Seventh Continent and Gloomhaven. So I'm gonna give it to Seventh Continent, just because I know that is very, very cooperative as you're going along.
Should have gone the other way.
Gloomhaven?
Gloomhaven won.
It was a Gloomhaven one. Okay.
Yep. I think I can't remember who I voted for this. I can't remember.
How many categories do we have
have
left?
3 left.
Okay, 3 left.
Here we go. Best strategy game. Dinosaur Island, Near and Far, Spirit Island, Gloomhaven, Anachrony.
Is Gloomhaven considered a strategy game
Or
enough?
could be Anachrony.
Anachrony? Anachrony?
Anachrony.
I love her work. Have you heard her latest solo album?
It's awesome. Eric hasn't heard it though. Eric Lang.
Well, I'm not going to go into that at all. Man, okay.
So this is best strategy game. Dinosaur Island, Near and Far, Spirit Island, Gloomhaven, Anachrony.
I'm gonna put Gloomhaven aside, just to give some light to the others. You know what? I'm gonna say Dinosaur Island because that was one that kind of a little bit, I think, surprised some people.
You really should take that game you put aside and bring it back.
Okay, clunk.
Yeah, Gloomhaven won best strategy game.
Okay, that's also Anachrony's favorite game too.
Anachrony.
So.
It's funny because it's true. Best game theming. Near and Far, Photosynthesis, Spirit Island, This War of Mine, Ex Libris.
Okay, now
best game theming.
Ex Libris is the one where you have the books and you're trying to you're managing the library.
Correct. Near and Far, Photosynthesis, Spirit Island, This War's Mine.
Okay, now This War of Mine I don't think, because it's such a depressing theme. I think the theme's applied very well because it connects to people, but it connects to them in a way that makes them depressed. So I don't think that one got voted for. I'm actually thinking maybe Photosynthesis because it's unique. You're trees, and so you're going to grow. So that's what I'm going to go.
Nice, but it's wrong. This War of Mine.
Really?
Again, best theming.
Okay.
Doesn't mean it's necessarily a good theme or a bad theme, but number one, have you ever played the video game?
No, I haven't. However, I did listen to Chris Miller from The Secret Cabal, several episodes just totally bemoan playing the game, and so it was really interesting to find out more about it, but I haven't played myself.
Bemoan it as in he didn't like it?
He loved it, but
okay.
He loved it because it was driving him crazy.
Oh, yes. So I have played the game. It's one of those things that showed up on Steam. There's the Steam sales every year, and I grabbed it because I heard so much good things about it. It is a fun game, but when you look at the theme of it, it is very depressing.
Yeah.
So when the board game came out, and I heard it was really a lot of the same thing. I never played it, but I heard that it really carried that theme from the World War II Germany. I can't remember what country it was in, but anyway, it's based on World War II, carried into the board game. So I can understand why it won if it had the same theme and feel that the video game did. And finally,
This is the last one?
this is the last one. We have the Game of the Year.
Oh boy, I'll try to act surprised.
Okay.
Who are the nominees? Who else besides Gloomhaven was nominated?
All right. Dinosaur Island.
Oh, cool.
Near and Far.
All right.
Pandemic Legacy Season 2.
All right.
Sagrada. Spirit Island.
Wow.
Azul.
Wow.
Gloomhaven.
Uh-huh.
Seventh Continent.
Uh-huh.
Century Spice Road.
Did they just put all the games in this category? How many games were published last year? Here, that's our list.
All those plus Charterstone.
All those plus. Wow. Wow. Okay. Just real quick, go through the list one by one. I'm going to give my one sentence verdict on each one.
Dinosaur Island.
Dinosaur Island, I do not think won, but again, I think it was one that kind of made a lot of people go, hey, this is pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a cool game.
Yeah.
Near and Far.
Near and Far, I also don't think won, but I think that Ryan Lockett really took what he introduced in Above and Below and took it to the next level with Near and Far.
Do you like Above and Below and Near and Far better? Personally. I like Near and Far better.
I think I also like Near and Far better, but the system where you can like rob people or whatever, fight a little bit, it always kind of takes me out of it a little bit. I think that it doesn't quite mesh as much, but I do think Near and Far as well, yeah.
Pandemic Legacy Season 2.
Don't think that one got it either because of the reason I mentioned where I think Season 1 had a little bit more of that impact, and Season 2 was also like, yay, Legacy game for people who like Legacy games.
So, have you played through Season 2?
We're about, I think, a third of the way through it.
Okay. Yeah, we haven't finished it yet either.
Yeah.
Sagrada.
Sagrada, that's the colorful dice placement making
is.
stained glass windows one.
It is.
Again, I think it's beautiful and I think it's neat, but I don't think it's strong enough to be Game of the Year.
Spirit Island.
Spirit Island, I think everyone who plays it seems to like it, but I think it's not as accessible enough of a game to win Game of the Year. I think it's a little bit of a higher barrier to entry to get into that one.
Azul.
Azul, again, I think Azul probably is not the winner either because even though it's been very popular, abstract strategy, and I don't think that's going to carry enough momentum to win Game of the Year.
Azul is becoming one of my top abstract games to play.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Number one, the components look great.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of a learning curve, I think, in teaching people, wait a minute, exactly how do the tiles work and how do you score and everything, but I think once they get it, it's fun.
Okay.
Gloomhaven.
Okay. We'll come back to that in the end. Just trust me, we'll put a pin in that. Let's do that one at the end.
Seventh Continent.
Seventh Continent, I think I would like to see the vote tallies because I bet that whatever did win, I bet that was runner-up because very strong, very innovative, and again, if whatever did win, assuming one didn't win, I think Seventh Continent would have won instead.
Century Spice Road.
Century Spice Road, I think. I don't think that's the winner either, because I think what Emerson is doing with the Spice Road series as a whole is fantastic, but I don't think any one individual game in that series is going to be strong enough to be Game of the Year.
And finally, Charterstone.
And Charterstone as well, it was a nice twist on the legacy system and everything that Jamie Stegmaier does is fantastic. Great designer, great businessman and everything. But I think it was a little too niche-y. I don't think as many people are into the legacy stuff, so I don't think that it has enough to carry Game of the Year, which brings us back to
Gloomhaven.
This game, I don't know what else we can say about it because you're right, it came in and has made a change to the gaming landscape a little bit.
It has.
It's amazing.
And he's got Founders of Gloomhaven.
And he's
got
got
a Euro-based game.
Something Circles. There's an expansion for Gloomhaven coming out later this year, and it's Something Circles. I apologize, I can't remember the name of it. It was just kind of announced. All I've seen is like the box cover, but that's coming out later this year, which is going to guarantee that we are going to continue talking about Gloomhaven for the foreseeable future. It introduces 20 more episodes and 2 new classes and all sorts of stuff. So even with Gloomhaven, there's more Gloomhaven to come.
And just to confirm your guess, Gloomhaven was the winner. And it's really interesting, a lot of these games, a lot of these same games were in a lot of the same different categories.
Okay.
You kept seeing the same names throughout a lot of these. So it's either we weren't very creative when we came up with our nomination list, or it's just a lot of these games just kind of rose to the top, and you can kind of say, well, that would fit in here, and that would fit in here. That's had the best art, best strategy.
Well,
a lot of crossovers between categories.
It's an even numbered year. I got back into board games.
It's an even number year.
It's an even number year. It's an even number Dice Tower Con. It's an even number year.
Well, what's that have to do with anything?
Well, I was going to tell you, sir.
I thought it was the 7th Dice Tower Con.
Listen, Mr. Connellson, what I was trying to say is that I got back into hobby board gaming in 2012.
Okay.
And it seems to me that every even number year has been a very strong year. 2000, to put them in order, I think 2014, 2012, 2018, then 2016, of the last however many years that was since 2000, of the last whenever 2012 was, 4 years.
Yes. 6 years?
Yeah, 6 years.
2018 minus 2012.
This is the 486,000th Dice Tower Con, right?
Amazing.
Yes. Anyway, the even number years seem to be really strong of the last 6 to 8 years.
These games were released in 2017.
Well, my theory doesn't hold up very well now, does it?
Even though it's 2018, these games came out in 2017.
I hate everybody.
I was just going to let him go until he got to his natural conclusion, just to go pop.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for bringing me back down to earth.
Just trying to bring some reality in there, yeah.
I think that what we should do is I need a little bit of a pick-me-up, so why don't we give away some gift certificates?
Okay, let's do that.
All right. I have selected, as it were, or chosen, or whatnot, the two people that were randomly selected who used the DTCQA hashtag yesterday are winners. Our winners have been contacted on Twitter by a direct message from @DiceParadise, me, and I want to let you know that Scott S. and Jen B. were the two randomly selected people. Check your Twitter direct messages because you have received a message telling you what information, cool stuff we'll need in order to send you the $25 gift certificates that each of you have won.
And while you have the list pulled up, were there any questions that came in yesterday?
Let's take a gander. What say?
What say?
It's famous saying from 2016.
It's actually 2015.
All right. So we got here our list of questions. Oh, 2 new results have come in while we've been talking. Oh, okay.
Now, a lot of the tweets yesterday were in response to the game that we played with Jamie Keggy from the Secret Cabal yesterday, where we played a game of the mind, where if you screwed up and played a card at the wrong time, you had to eat a Bean Boozled jelly bean, which could have been a really tasty flavor?
It could have. 50-50 shot.
50-50
These
shot.
beans, there's multiple colors. Then there's beans that are the same color, but one's good, one's bad. You got your good flavor, you got your evil twin. And Jamie, my favorite was Jamie, who got spoiled milk.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, my stomach just went because we could smell the spoiled milk on his breath.
So that was the last segment we did yesterday. If you want to, you can go to the stream from yesterday and look at the last 30 minutes where we played that game. So a lot of people were commenting about having to eat those jelly beans. We had things like dead fish,
dog food.
You had dead fish and dog food.
Old cheese.
I had moldy cheese.
Toothpaste.
Which wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't. No,
Jamie said it was just pretty much like spearmint.
Yeah.
So did you have grass clippings?
Grass clippings was one of them.
Grass clippings too. So, but yeah, it was one of those things that, God, I was like leaning over Jamie telling him something. He's like, dude, you smell like cheese.
So was that before or after the game?
Oh, sorry, it's cold, man. So that stuff stayed with you for quite a while. But
it did.
We have 2 boxes of those things.
Fantastic.
So,
yeah, I remember when we were prepping for the show, I was like, should I get 1 box or 2? Get 2 just in case we need more.
Yeah. So We don't know if they'll come back again, but I do know that Jamie will be coming back on later this afternoon.
That was the next. Comment I was going to mention. Wherever it went, David Turner with the hashtag DTCQA mentioned, "I can't believe you guys brought the Secret Cabal into an interview and made it play a game where everyone's silent." So yeah,
that was kind of the purpose.
To rectify that, though, Jamie is scheduled to join us again today at the end of the day for another game where he is guaranteed to be able to speak.
That's right. But there will be some tasting involved.
But nobody tell Jamie that.
And it might have to do with hot sauce.
Yes, and that's going to be our closing segment at the end of the day.
That's right. I think we're looking to play a game of wits and wagers.
Yes.
Where the wager is not necessarily losing points.
Wits and wages, but we managed to work some punishment into it.
That's right.
So what we're going to do is we're going to get to some more questions later on. And if you want to have your question included and you want to be entered to win a $25 Cool Stuff Inc. gift certificate, be sure to send us a tweet and use the hashtag DTCQA and include your tweet with it, because we are going to be creating some contests today with some of the publishers we're going to be talking to, and those publishers are going to be winning people Cool Stuff Inc. gift certificates. And we're going to be doing that in just like 5 minutes, because next we're going to be talking to Tony from Arcane Wonders. So we're going to take 5 minutes. We're going to go offline. We're set up with Tony, and we're going to be right back to talk to him, and also a couple more surprises. So we'll see you again real soon.